Hello everyone, welcome to Computer Science 350. I'd like to welcome you back to college, to this online environment, online education. Okay, this lecture will be lecture number 1, introductory lecture. Basically, I'll go over some overview of the class, what we'll be doing, how exactly we'll be doing that for the first 3 weeks, and hopefully on September the 9th, we'll get back to physical education, to offline education, with masks and shields, all that kind of stuff. Okay, but again, today will be just an overview, no hardcore things attached. Let's get to the slides. Okay, Computer Science 350, computation theory. Normally, I would introduce myself. My name is Steve Rubin. Originally, I was Konstantin. I got my master's degree in computer science and engineering, bachelor's in electrical engineering, working hard towards PhD at UC, original Russian. Dedicated grad school career to Texas Instruments, the company who produces calculators. I would also normally I would ask you to tell me about yourself, right? But since we're doing it online, not going to do that. Okay, my usual question is, why won't you guys get a job after high school, right? So why do you have to go to college? And normally people tell me like huge amount of different things. They say because they want to get a very well-paid job, they want to get a successful career, they want to have a lot of money, they want to change the world, they want to have mission. All those answers are good, right? My personal opinion is that the practical reason of getting a job is the practical reason of going to college is to get a well-paid job, right? Which can be split into 2 parts. Number 1 is fulfilling your responsibilities, right? What does that mean? That means being good at what you do, not to get fired, right? And that's something which college is hyper-focused on, right? All we do is basically we teach you how to be good at what you should be doing, which is coding, most likely. If you do software development, that's coding, okay? Yeah, and pretty much almost everybody's forgetting about this piece, is how to actually get a job. Nobody's really talking about that, unfortunately. In my classes in our department, we're trying to give as much information as we can. I spent a huge amount of time talking about the career, right? About not also how to be good at what you do, which is coding, but also how to get a job. And that usually involves how to prepare the resume, how to apply for jobs, what to tell, what not to tell the job interview questions, okay? What's expected for you to say. For example, why should we hire you? What makes you a good candidate, a good fit for this position? Tell me about yourself. How much money do you want to make? All that stuff. Those questions can be super stressful for people who are not prepared, unfortunately, right? So that part on the left is completely for you, right? So it's all yours. Although again, I'm trying to help as much as I can. But yeah, so in general, in my opinion, college is hyper-focused on this, and nobody really talks about this. Computer Science 350, computation theory, okay? So I remember I was talking to a student, and he told me that, before he took this class, he told me that the feedback from previous students he heard about this class is that this class is unnecessarily complex. Right, so it's too complicated without any reason, and I probably would actually agree with this. This class is a lot of fun for me, honestly, but it has so much theoretical information, right? So will most likely will not be coding at all for the entire class, right? It contains so much theoretical information. Most likely, you will be rarely using this in your career. There will be some concepts which you'll be using like every now and then, but probably 90% of the class material, you will not be using that. It's just super high level stuff, like super high level. So in this case, the whole idea behind this class is that at this point, you already know how to code. You already have a lot of experience in Java, in coding, and now let's just get into like high level, very complicated things, which very few people need. Those people who need that, they usually pursue like scientific approach of computer science. So they would do masters, they would do PhD in computer science. They would also do so those are the people who would be writing DirectX, who'll be writing OpenGL, who'll be creating the motherboards, who'll be writing browsers, right? Search engines, right? So like it's just super duper like high level. It's more about the concept. It's more about the idea than the coding, right? So you probably remember 318, like 318 class. You probably noticed that it's more about thinking rather than coding, right? And that's pretty much the same. It's just like twice as complicated. It's just twice as abstract than computer science 318. It's fast paced, right? Super fast paced, and it will make you work hard, most likely. Let's get to the syllabus. Computer Science 350 section 1, okay. Office hours, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, online only by appointment. As of now, for the first 3 weeks, and most likely for the rest of the semester, we'll be doing everything online, which means office hours and tutoring sessions. And tutoring sessions will also be online, most likely. It all happens because we just don't have big offices, and we need to maintain 6 feet of a distance, and that's unlikely to. And so given having tutoring hours, office hours and tutoring within 6 feet, within more than further than 6 feet away from a student, doesn't make any sense. That's why most likely we'll be doing that online. Please send me an email. We'll set up a Zoom call if it's necessary. If it's just a quick question, then send me an email. I'll try to respond as soon as I can. Okay, that's a description. Topics covered. We'll be talking about languages, right? Regular expressions, context-free languages, Turing machines, complexity theorem, all that stuff. Assignments, quizzes, right? There'll be 2 midterm exams. Okay, 20% each. Final exam 20%. Oops, sorry. Attendance and note taken is 5%. Okay. For attendance and note taken, for the first 3 weeks, right? What I want you to do is this: every Tuesday and Thursday, I'll be publishing a lecture here on YouTube, right? You're welcome to watch it anytime you want on Tuesday and Thursday, but you have to watch it on Tuesday and Thursday. When you watch it, please take notes. Well, what I want you to do, I want you to take notes while you're watching the lecture. Okay, handwritten notes. It's very important. Not typing them up, but handwritten notes. And you can watch those lectures anytime you want. But the same day, on Tuesday and Thursday, before midnight, I want you to take photos of that lecture, of those notes, and submit them to the Blackboard. Okay. So again, Tuesday, Thursday, watch the lecture, watch the video anytime you want, take notes, handwritten notes, take photo of them and submit them to the Blackboard before the midnight. That'll be kind of our way to take attendance during those 3 weeks. Okay, so I want you to treat the professor and the students with respect. Do not keep your cell phones on the table while offline education, right, not online. About the emails, right? So if you ever took a class with me, you already know how to format the email, but let's repeat this one more time. I want you to begin, well, first off, hold on. Okay. In the email, please write the subject. So say like computer science 350 and then put a column and then the topic, right? So asking about something, problem with the homework, question about the assignment, blah, blah, blah. Then I want you to begin with a greeting, right? Hello, dear, hi, that all works. Then thank the recipient. That's not necessarily for me. You don't have to do this like while talking to me. But in general, in your career, I would highly recommend doing this. Especially when you're following up on the interview. Let's say you had a job interview with somebody, then you leave in, and then it's very, very important to write a follow-up email, basically thanking for an opportunity to be interviewed at that company. It probably doesn't make that much sense, but that's a professional standard. Everybody's doing this. State the purpose, right? So that's what you definitely need to do with me. I'm writing to inquire about, I'm writing a reference to, right? So you need to explain me formally what you're looking for. And then add a closing remark, thank you, for example, thank you, right? Well, now, with the closing remark, you don't really have to do that, but you definitely need to end with the closing. You need to say, best regards, sincerely, thank you, best wishes, not cheers, don't say cheers. Okay, hope it makes sense. Yeah, let's get back to the syllabus. How to get extra credit, okay? So in terms of the tutoring, and I would say, I think 90% of you guys, well, 90% of all students, like any students in this class, will need tutoring for this class. There are some concepts which are very difficult to grasp, okay? They're super duper theoretical, and you can't really seize them. It's not like a for loop, right? When something is very, very straightforward, and you just need to kind of imagine how it works. With this stuff, kind of similar to 318, you kind of need to like imagine how everything works in your head, and sometimes it can be extremely difficult. And that's why tutoring can be super beneficial, super helpful. Tutoring hours are over here, right? No tutoring on Friday. You need to, since it happens on Zoom, you need to sign up using this link, okay? Appearing there at least once a week will add 0.2% per week. Tutoring sessions are designed to help you with the issues you already have. Send me polished resume checked by the Career Center advisors or Professor Rao. I'll add 1.5% for doing this. And create a professional LinkedIn profile. Send me the link to it. I'll add 1%. Okay. Same thing as with previous classes. Every Thursday we're going to have a quiz, right? The homeworks will be due every Monday. Okay. In terms of assignments, homework assignments and quizzes, I will not be dropping the single lowest homework assignment and the quiz grade. Okay, so at this point you expect to be mature enough to prepare well for the homeworks and the quizzes. Exams, there will be 2 midterm exams, right, and 1 final exam. There will be closed book, closed note. However, if they happen to be online for some reason, there will be open book, open note. But as of now, the plan is for them to be closed, everything closed. I will tolerate only 1 unprofessional email, will warn you, and for all other emails you'll be penalized 1% of the final grade. Smartphone usage is not allowed, no smartphones at the table. Obviously, if somebody calls you, don't pick it up in the classroom. Just leave the classroom and pick it up there. Why so strict? Because that affects your career, right? It changes a lot in your career. You may not be appreciating that now. Why so strict? Because that actually affects your future career, right? It's very important for your future career that you perform professionally, behave professionally. I remember I actually got a job once, and then I asked my employer why did they give me a job, and they told me that my communication style was super professional, and they loved it a lot. Okay, who would have thought? And that's why I highly recommend you guys do the same thing, at least at the beginning of your career. What else? How to make it up, we already discussed that. Attend tutoring sessions, if possible, attend networking events, send me polished resume, send me your LinkedIn profile, okay? And that's pretty much it for today. We'll start the hardcore things on Thursday, right? Again, I'll publish that on this YouTube channel. Your task will be to find the video, watch it, take notes, do that anytime you want, but on Thursday, and submit the notes, right? Take a photos of your notes, and submit them on Blackboard. Okay, hope it guys make sense. I'll see you later, and sorry again that we have to do it online for the first 3 weeks. Bye bye.